what is up, guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today, talking about the Worlds 2020 Play-Ins Day 3 thoughts and opinions. So, PSG Talon advanced to the main group stage of Worlds 2020. I am proud of them. They came in with subs, and then later on they had their roster in which they took down Unicorns of Love in a tiebreaker game in order to make it to the main event. I'm proud of them, but I'm not exactly proud of the game that they played, because the tiebreaker game was actually in Unicorns of Love's favor. Unicorns of Love were in such a big advantageous position in their tiebreaker game against PSG, and then threw it, literally threw it. They kept trying a bot lane dive that worked the first time, and then it didn't work the second time. Then PSG get a Baron, and then they win the game. So Unicorns of Love have to go into a best of 5, but since they got second place in the group, they only have to obviously win one best of 5, which is actually not that bad. You know, it'd be actually worse if they were in like Rainbow 7 or LGD's position. But overall, Unicorns of Love, they didn't play as good as they did on day 2. So I want to see a bit of a change in some of their gameplays, because like looking at their games, I noticed that the mid laner and the top laner Boss and Nomads were just completely just giving up such free advantage. And in a best of 5, if you do that 2 games straight, you're already down, you know, 2 games, and you don't want to do that, obviously. So looking at what Unicorns of Love were doing, it was shown to me that in some of the games, they were struggling to try and close them out. So, with that being said, I don't really know what it actually is a problem with that. I don't know if that's just a stage issue, or I don't know if they're not really understanding of what position they're at in the game. There should be no position in the game where they're that far ahead in their LGD match, and then they actually almost get aced in the top side, while Boss is, you know, finishing off the Nexus. But LGD weren't exactly in a winning position in that game anyway, so I understand that. V3 Esports are pretty bad. You know, watching them lose all day was like, well, I actually had hope for their jungler Boogie, because I think that in order for them to, you know, come back next year in the 2021 Worlds Play-Ins, they're going to have Boogie, because I think that without him, they don't really do anything. But outside of V3 Esports, LGD get their first win against them, and you think to yourself, okay, yeah, LGD's back. They had the Kindred composition, and Peanut actually played pretty well on Kindred, but then later on, it was very, very visibly shown that, you know, LGD still have some problems, you know. The Unicorns of Love game will tell you that. Rainbow 7, Jose Dodo is actually a pretty good Brazilian jungler from what I saw in these past couple of, you know, games that I've seen from them. And they're also going to play against LGD in the, I think that's the very first match of the best of 5s to reach the main event. Now, is it possible for Rainbow 7 to beat LGD? Coming off of how LGD were actually playing, I'm not surprised if Rainbow 7 beats them. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure LGD will be better in a best of 5 than they were in best of 1s. It was very clearly shown that best of 1s were not their thing. They were making a lot of bad decisions. I mean, like in the Unicorns of Love game, they were giving up so many free kills, and they had no vision and just kept face checking a Twitch. Oh my god, that was already ahead. Just crazy. Rainbow 7, they played a little bit better today. They smashed Unicorns of Love in one of their games. They destroyed them. It was a literal clap. You got destroyed. Get the fuck out of here type shit. Other than that, I'm actually proud that they managed to pull it back a little bit. They pulled it back a little bit in order to get, obviously, to the next round, which is fine. If they could even almost upset LGD, I think that is also good for them and good for their confidence and good for all the Brazilian fans out there. Unicorns of Love, in order for them to actually pull it together in the best of 5, they need to kind of clean up their sloppy-ass early game, because it just seems like some of their early games go either really well in their favor or really bad, but they do teamfight very well. I will say that they do teamfight very well. So that's what I want to see out of Unicorns of Love. PSG Talon, they had a game today where they looked pretty good against V3 Esports, and then they actually had a pretty bad tiebreaker game against Unicorns of Love, which Unicorns of Love threw. Unicorns of Love literally probably should be the team automatically in the main event. But as fate would have it, PSG played pretty well in their first game. And, hey, the subs got them to the main event, and I like that, actually. But, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts and opinions on Day 3 of Worlds 2020 play-ins. I think that this day shows that these teams still have their issues, and that going into best of fives, some of these issues are going to be like the reasons why they don't actually win. I hope Unicorns of Love get to make it into the main event. I do think that they're good enough now to make it, but they need to really clean up the early game. As for like LGD, I don't think LGD are playing as bad as some people are saying, but they are playing bad in terms of their soul laners not playing really well. You have the soul laners doing specific things that the other supportive laners really aren't like on the same page. Like in one game, I saw Lang X or an ulting, and then Peanut like going, okay, wait, I thought this was over. Things like that. Like, they're not coordinated. It just looks like they're playing on different pages, and they're relying on, like, mechanical outplays rather than being actually coordinated as a team. That's what it seems like to me. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out. Obviously, let's hope Team Liquid get first place in their group coming up today, and I'll recap Day 4 for you guys right after I get off of work. See you guys later. Goodbye. Have a great day.
Hi there, guys! Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more stuff.
Yeah, thank you.